Hello students, welcome to Loksatta Yashasvi Bhava. We shall now discuss the SSC board question paper of Science and Technology, which weighs 60 marks, and the duration for attempting this paper is 2 hours 30 minutes. Students, there are two sections in this paper, section A and section B. Each section carries 30 marks. You are going to attempt these two sections separately on an answer sheet. We shall now discuss the pattern of the question paper. Section A and section B have a similar pattern, that is question number 1 carries 7 marks without any option. Question number 2 carries 6 marks without any option. Question number 3 carries 12 marks. Each question carries 3 marks and there are 5 questions in all, and you have to attempt any 4 out of 5. And the last question, that is question number 5, carries 5 marks. You have to attempt any 1 question out of the 2 questions given. This pattern remains the same in section A and section B. The hot questions will be placed in any of these questions. The first question consists of objective type of questions, that is fill in the blanks, select the odd one out, analogy or correlation, match the following, state whether the following statements are true or false, etc. Question 2 carries 6 marks. There are 3 questions which carry 2 marks each. Question 2, the type of questions included in question number 2 can be give reasons, distinguish between, explain the following chemical equations with a balanced chemical reaction, or a numerical from section A, or also a small diagram. So these questions carry 2 marks each. It can also include a question related to naming IUPAC, a compound with IUPAC nomenclature, etc. Question 3 carries 12 marks. Here you have to attempt any 4 questions out of 5. As the question carries 3 marks each, it is a long answer question. You might be expected to write down the properties or to write short notes, or it might be a description. There might also be a question related to a diagram, or you might be asked to draw a diagram and explain the structure. The last question again can be an application question or a hot type of question which includes 5 marks. This can be splitted up into 5 questions of 1 mark each, or you could be asked to completely describe a particular concept. So students, now we shall start discussing the board pattern and the board paper. The first question of section A is fill in the blanks, which carries 2 marks, that is 1 mark each. Elements showing properties of both metals and non-metals are known as dash. The answer is metalloids. The chemical reactions in which heat is liberated are called dash reactions. The answer is exothermic. Kindly remember, here avoid making spelling errors and also avoid cancellations. Next question B, complete the analogy. Glass, insulator, copper, dash. So the answer over here is copper is a conductor. The next question, CuI2 is a brown PPT and AgCl is a dash PPT. So here the answer is white. The question carries 1 mark each. Avoid cancellations in this question too. The next question is find the odd one out. Loudspeaker, microphone, electric motor and bar magnet. The correct answer over here is bar magnet, as all the other gadgets show the conversion of energy from one form to another. Next question D, name a white crystalline solid salt used to make hard water soft and potable. The answer here is sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3. Students, remember, even if you write the chemical formula as Na2CO3, you are expected to write down the name of the compound. The next question, what is the value of frequency of AC in India? Answer, value of frequency in India is 50 Hertz. Kindly remember, this is answer in one sentence, so you have to answer in complete sentence and avoid writing only a single word as an answer. We proceed to the next question, that is question number 2, which carries 6 marks. Each question here carries 2 marks and there is no option in this question. Distinguish between normal elements and transition elements. Students, remember that you have to draw a line between normal elements and transition elements and also show 2 points of distinction. Kindly remember that each point that you write carries 1 mark. And so the question carries 2 marks. The first point, for normal elements, the elements in the atoms of which only the outermost shell is incompletely filled, whereas in case of transition elements, the atoms of these elements have the last 2 shells incompletely filled. The next point of distinction, in case of normal elements, the elements are metals as well as non-metals. In case of transition elements, the elements are solid metals. We proceed to the next question, which is a numerical problem. An electric bulb is connected to 250 volts. The current passing through it is 0.27 ampere. What is the power of the bulb? This question again carries 2 marks. Students, remember, here you have to necessarily write down the data. Voltage is 250. Current, that is in amperes, is equal to 0.27 A, and power is equal to question mark. Write down data. Then next step, you will write down the formula, that is P is equal to voltage into current, which carries 1 mark. Next, you will substitute the values that you have written in the data. Correct substitution, that is equal to 250 into 0.27, which carries half mark, and the final answer, that is your multiplication, will carry half mark, 67.5 watts. You necessarily have to write down the unit of power. Power of bulb is 67.5 watts. So please write down the answer in complete statement, and all the points include 2 marks. Each point carries half mark. The next question, question number 2, the last question of question number 2, give reasons. The sky appears dark instead of blue to an astronaut. Here again, whenever there is a give reason question, you have to write answers in points. So the first point, for an observer on the earth, the sky appears blue due to scattering of sunlight by the molecules of air and other particles that are present around the earth. The second point, to a person located in space, such as an astronaut, the sky appears dark as there is no atmosphere because of high altitude to scatter sunlight. So each point here carries 1 mark and the entire question carries 2 marks. Students, kindly remember, whenever there is a give reason question, answer in points, and also make it a point to underline the keywords of the answer. That is, the scientific words, scientific terms and terminologies have to be underlined and highlighted. We proceed now to the third question, which carries 12 marks. Answer any 4 out of 5. That is, each question carries 3 marks. These are all long answer questions. Now here a diagram showing a glass slab and rays are shown to you. Observe the figure and name the following rays: ray AB, ray BC and ray CD. You have to now identify them. The correct answer, ray AB is the incident ray, which carries 1 mark. Ray BC is the refracted ray, which carries 1 mark, and ray CD is the emergent ray, which carries 1 mark. Students, remember, when you write down these answers, kindly underline these terms, scientific terms, incident ray, refracted ray and emergent ray, to improve upon your presentation. The next question, again, which carries 3 marks. Write the rules used for drawing ray diagrams for the formation of an image by a concave mirror. The correct answer, If the incident ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray will pass through the focus of a concave mirror. This carries 1 mark. If the incident ray passes through the focus, then the reflected ray will be parallel to the principal axis. This point again carries 1 mark. And the last point, if the incident ray passes through the center of curvature, then the reflected ray will go back in the backward direction. This point again carries 1 mark. So here you have 3 points, 1 mark each. Students, we have discussed question number 1 and question number 2 in this video session. The next question, that is question 3 and question 4, will be discussed in the next video session.